I always thought a family was something that only existed in dreams. My mother worked from dawn till dusk. Our house was always terrifyingly quiet, and I had grown used to the loneliness. Until that night. "You're about to have 3 big brothers," Mom said. She had been dating Mr. Richard Blake, a widower with 3 sons, and they were moving in with us. 3 brothers. I felt my heart race. Finally, I would have a real family. But when the door opened, I was floored. Standing before me were Ethan, Liam, and Noah Blake. They weren't just anyone. They were Eclipse, currently ranked 5th on the international music charts, millions of fans worldwide, and now they were my family. In the weeks that followed, everything began to change. Liam taught me basic dance moves, laughing whenever I stumbled. Noah played me unreleased tracks. For the first time, he had someone to listen to his musical ideas. And Ethan, he quietly took care of me in small ways. Making breakfast, tucking a blanket around me when I fell asleep on the sofa, reminding me not to stay up too late studying. For the first time in my life, I felt like I belonged somewhere. This was exactly the family I had always yearned for. But happiness always comes with a price. The manager called me in. He was clear. "You must keep this relationship a secret. Absolutely. If the public finds out Eclipse is living with a girl, even just a stepsister, the scandal will destroy their career." I began living a double life. At school, I was a nobody. At home, I was the sister of the brightest stars. Then I bumped into Kyle Morrison at a cafe near school. Kyle, my childhood friend I used to play with every summer before his family moved away. We had lost touch 5 years ago. Now, Kyle was completely different, confident, sharp, and the leader of Apex, Eclipse's direct rival. The reunion seemed warm, but when I accidentally let slip, "I have a family now," Kyle's eyes lit up with something strange. A few days later, my phone buzzed. A message from an unknown number with a photo attached. Me and the 3 Blake brothers in the supermarket, taken secretly from afar. "Interesting. Your family, huh? I have proof this is a fake relationship to hide the truth. You're living with Eclipse." I trembled as I read on. "Eclipse must drop out of the Battle of the Bands, or I will expose everything to the public. You have 3 days. The Battle of the Bands, the competition that would decide which group went on an international tour. They had prepared for 2 years for this chance. I met Kyle. I begged him. But instead of an explanation, Kyle handed me a thick folder. "Read this, then you'll understand what your family really is." My hands shook as I turned the pages. Emails from 6 months ago. Ethan Blake to a private investigator. Find out everything about Emma Carter. Hobbies, personality, relationship with her mother, texts between Ethan and the manager. Mrs. Sarah Carter is the perfect target. A single mother, lonely. Dad will accidentally meet her at the charity event next week. A detailed plan, step by step, every little detail. The ultimate goal: give Emma a family. Protect her from loneliness like I couldn't protect my sister. It was all just a plan? Kyle spoke softly. "Your family is fake, Emma. They pity you. They think you need to be saved." I ran home, tears streaming endlessly. I stormed into Ethan's room and threw the folder in his face. "What is this? Tell me this isn't true." Ethan looked at the documents. His face went pale. Liam and Noah stood at the door, stunned. "You orchestrated it all? My mom, your dad, this family? To save me?" Ethan stepped forward, his voice hoarse. "Emma, let me explain." "Explain what? I trusted you. I loved this family more than anything, and it was all a lie?" Ethan fell to his knees. Tears rolled down his cheeks. You're right. I orchestrated everything, but not out of pity, but because I love you. I saw you sitting alone in the park a year ago. You looked at other families with such longing, and I saw my sister, the one I couldn't save from the accident. I thought if I gave you a family, you wouldn't be lonely anymore. I thought that was love. Liam stepped in, his voice choked with emotion. Emma, I'm sorry. We should have told you the truth long ago. Noah was crying too. This family might have started with a lie, but our feelings for you are real. I shook my head, backing away. But I don't know what's real and what's fake anymore. The next day was the Battle of the Bands. Eclipse decided to participate anyway. Kyle stood on stage with Apex, microphone in hand, ready to expose everything to thousands of people. But I ran up. I snatched the microphone from Kyle's hand. I am Emma Carter. My voice was shaking but clear. And yes, I am living with Eclipse. The entire auditorium fell silent. But it's not what you think. They are my step family, or rather, they were, because everything started with a lie. I turned to Kyle. You were right. They orchestrated it. They saw me as a charity casel, but do you know what they gave me? The chance to know that I deserve to be loved, not out of pity, but because I am who I am. I turned to Ethan, who was standing backstage. Ethan, I can't forgive you yet. The scandal exploded everywhere. Press, social media, everyone was talking about it. Eclipse was investigated, but ultimately cleared as there was no romantic relationship with me. 2 months passed in silence. I stood in front of the old house. My heart pounded. Ethan opened the door and we looked at each other awkwardly. Do you want to go get coffee? I asked, my voice small. This time, no plans, no lies. Ethan smiled. A ray of hope shone in his eyes for the first time in 2 months. I would love that. Family isn't something you find. It is something you build on a foundation of truth, respect, and the courage to face yourself.